Oh my God. Look how long this episode is. Why?
This is grotesque.
An hour and 44 minutes for who?
I need Netflix to get their together. I do. This makes me mad. I don't want to watch this. If it's any indication from the last episode, we had 30 minutes of Ben and Sarah's
There better
pre-wedding.
be a reason why this episode is so long.
Yeah. This
there
is the
better
length of a
be
movie.
some like massive drama that warrants this being an hour and 44 minutes.
I will tell you now, it doesn't.
What the hell?
There won't be. There will be nothing that justifies an hour.
Did you see?
I saw one spoiler that I cannot share right now, and it was one line that I accidentally saw. On my Threads account is
narrowly avoided spoilers.
Okay.
So
I know two people, technically. One of them is one I'm confident of. The other one I just can't think of because I haven't been I've intentionally been it was a description of who said and didn't say yes, or who did and didn't get dumped. I should say, spoiler alert. And it was encompassing enough for me to at least know one of them. And I just haven't been searching my brain to connect the dots to know who the other person is. But I suspect...
know a couple. You know one of the couples that...
I suspect
or you know two couples.
I suspect two couples do not make it.
Whoa.
And I know one of the couples that don't. So it was accidental. Like I said, I
blame you.
I avoid this shit as much as possible.
Honestly, unprofessional.
My Threads account is just...
Jerry.
Whatever. Okay. All right, so did we not even do an introduction? Are we doing cold open?
Cold open.
Cold open. The true cold open.
I mean...
Yeah.
Okay, we got to get on with it because
hour and 44 minutes
is an hour and 44 minutes.
Laughably ridiculous.
That's too long. That's crazy. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
You didn't sign up for this? Is that what you're going to say?
No, because we have shit to do today.
I know. I've got a life.
Right.
I know it doesn't seem like it, but I do.
Right. I know we have a life outside of Love is Blind. They don't seem to appreciate that either.
Yeah.
6 freaking pod episodes and then an hour and 44 minute wedding episode. If there's anything I want to be an hour and 44 minutes, it's the reunion. It's not the weddings. Oh my God, Jerry, calm down. He's mad too.
He's mad.
He's upset. He's like, this bullshit.
This bullshit, shall we?
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome.
I don't think I care about my own life enough to watch an hour and 44 minutes of wedding content.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
This is like when we're editing and one of us has been talking too long. And sometimes it'll be us yelling at ourselves, shut up. It'll just be, I won't stop talking. I'll say, shut up, Mitch, shut up. It gets cloying to hear yourself after a while.
Yeah, it does. And you're like, why are you still talking?
Yeah.
Hopefully, you turn that emotional connection into a physical one.
I don't need a recap. I know who these people are.
You think that the thing that I don't get about the longer episodes is when we put out a longer episode on YouTube, we get paid more.
Right.
What justifies them putting out a 2-hour long episode?
I think people kept saying there wasn't enough content. So then they were like, well, motherfuckers, you get ready.
Okay, well.
And this is what they did. Is my thought for why this exists.
They need to edit themselves at this point.
In this quantity. Yeah.
That makes sense. We called for it too. I hate to say that we did this.
There's this girl on TikTok.
I think she's referencing me.
I think Sarah says no.
Yeah.
I do.
It looked like it was going that way.
She looked, I don't know. I'm so
Sad.
wrong so often, but she did look sad.
Yeah.
But then I wonder if that was family pressure, if that was what she actually wanted to say.
I have a lot of love for you.
Thank you.
That's a no.
They showed that for a reason. It's not just us thinking that.
Have a lot of love for you is just so, it's like a knife to the heart.
It is.
This is also this season feels cruel in a way because there are a lot of seasons where you're they know they're not getting married. This season is the first season in a while where multiple of these couples, if they say no, I'm there's going to be a blindside.
Yeah. And it's going to hurt. And it's going to suck.
People are going to cry. They're going to be upset. I'm not looking forward to seeing that because I like everyone right now. So.
Yeah. And we have the standing problems with Ben, but doesn't mean
I have standing problems with a lot of these people. I don't want to marry any of these.
problems with Sarah
any
too.
Of these people.
Honestly,
yeah.
So it's just we don't want to see people get hurt for nothing.
Ben.
All right. That's a no.
I love you so much, but I've always wanted a partner to be on the same wavelength. And so today I can't.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep. I knew this was going to happen.
I don't think he was prepared for it.
Yeah.
My heart breaks for him a little bit.
She doesn't give me stoner energy, but when people talk about being on the same wavelength, it's often stoners that say that.
And I know I want to stay with you.
Oh okay.
We'll see.
Oh my God.
We'll see. Whoa, dude.
I love you.
I love you so much.
Oh my God. Okay, that was brutal, but it wasn't unfair.
I think the brutal part was the we'll see. The we'll see was the most brutal part of everything. He was like, I know I want to stay with you.
Yeah.
And she's like, we'll see. That sucked. Dude.
You know what she could have said was,
wow, that sucked.
Okay, well, no, but she's being relatively honest. I appreciate her being honest. She can't say yes right now. She could have said, we can try, but that's not going to be that different than we'll see. I think she's breaking up with him. I think this is a straight no.
I knew seeing him was going to bring me, just make my heart melt.
Well, he's handling everything.
He's handling it well.
Beautifully.
Ben has a lot of love in his life. He'll be okay.
That sucks, though.
That does suck.
If you could see yourself saying yes, then why don't you even want to date him anymore? It just feels confusing to me to stand up and be like, I love you.
I love you. Yeah.
I'm in love with you. You're amazing. And then to be like, basically, no, I don't want to date you anymore. It's just it's a weird thing.
But she is confused. And she's being forced to make a decision after 30 days, and she's in a lot of confusion.
It was a lot, but we're rolling with it. I just want to talk to her.
I respect a lot of the way Ben is handling it.
Me too.
So and that's the way he's handled things in the past. He's been like, we can work. He doesn't share the same values. He doesn't. Not all the same. He's not exactly on the same page as her, but anytime that they've talked about difficult things, he's never lashed out. He's never act like a total shitbag. He's actually taken it in and been kind of compassionate and understanding. I appreciate that about him. I do.
So then I watched a sermon online.
It was bad.
And it was traditional.
So it was anti-gay, anti-LGBTQ. Yeah. And she's okay. So she did some research and then was like, maybe he doesn't remember that sermon because it didn't impact him the same, but she knows those are the sermons happening there. And that's what he's being taught.
Whatever you believe, at least have the conversation.
I don't begrudge her any of this. Mm-hmm. I feel the same way she does.
Yes.
And I think she deserves to find someone who shares more of those same core values with her. Mm-hmm. But I don't love anyone getting blindsided at the altar. That just sucks.
That's the thing that sucks the most is that I thought we were on the same page and then he got totally blindsided. I wish that she would have been a little bit more forthright with him, whatever. Forthright with him in order to have him not be totally blindsided. He's handling it well, but I could see a situation where he's just an absolute mess.
But it wasn't anything that I didn't think a relationship could work.
That's the thing, though. Sometimes deal breakers are deal breakers for one person and not for the other person.
That's true. That's true.
And I would be looking for the same thing she's looking for. Ben would not be a good fit for me, although I can't imagine getting engaged to a man like Ben.
So you wouldn't have ever gotten that far.
Yeah, I could have a good pod convo, and then I could be like, "Oh, you're religious. I don't think this is right."
I would have felt about him the way Devon and Brittany got off, where it's like, wow, you're really great. I really love chatting with you. I don't want to date you. I don't want to marry you.
Yeah.
So that's what I would have extended to Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, Monica, you're gonna be here in this castle wearing a wedding dress and walking down the aisle. I'd be like,
part of me feels like she doesn't think they're getting married either because she said you're gonna be in a castle in a wedding dress walking down the aisle. She didn't say you're gonna be getting married. Do you know what I'm saying?
I like that my spoiler doesn't indicate to me how many yeses there are and so I don't know what happens here. I want to say that out loud.
You knew Sarah and Ben?
I knew based on the information I read that Sarah and Ben were going to be a no.
Okay. Well, we pretty much...
Yeah, and you pretty much knew.
She seemed very sad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There was still... It was weird when he was like, I almost kissed you, and she said, don't worry, we will. That threw me off because I was like, what?
Yeah.
But maybe she was just trying to there's a lot of pomp and circumstance, a lot of nerves. Maybe she's just trying to...
give it a minute.
Yeah, just we'll see.
Then I think you're incredible.
Oh, they're the butt touchers, right?
Yeah.
Butt yoga.
We never tried that.
Okay, well, we don't do yoga.
Can we go butt to butt and then grab each other's arms?
We do need to stretch more so we can get back into it.
Do you think we could do that?
We could work up to it.
I think it's natural to all of a sudden everything come rushing down on you.
I wonder if he's just a more logical person. I wonder if he is just
He seems the type.
So I can't tell what he's gonna do.
Because you could logic your way in or out.
Yeah.
Monica's would be a great partner for him.
And I have no idea how this man feels on the inside.
Yeah, right.
So what's he gonna do? No clue.
No clue.
You set your expectations low.
Yes.
You just monitor your expectations.
yes. And then if something better happens, it's hell yeah.
I do the same thing she does.
I know.
used to when I was in high school, I used to get really upset because things wouldn't go to plan or things wouldn't go the way I was expecting. So I started expecting the worst and then I got much happier. I know it's not a good strategy for everyone, but for me, I was like, wow, this is going to be awful. I'm going to have a terrible time. And then I would go and I'd have fun and then I would feel good because I hadn't built it up in my head to be something amazing and then it was just okay, I built it up to be something horrifying and it was okay and that was great.
To each their own.
Multiple people that I've told that to have been like, that is a terrible life philosophy, but it really has helped me be happier. So
and if it helps you, you're also not proselytizing it. You're saying this worked for me.
For me, that's what works.
And it made you happier, so how can you really argue against the results?
Yeah. I still go into it like that.
Yeah.
Thinking things are just going to be okay. And then when they're incredible, I'm like, oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah. It's the way I actually feel that way about foraging. I've had really big mushroom hits where I'm like, oh my God, these are everything I'm looking for. There's so many of them. You get it triggers shit in your brain, endorphins and crap. And then after a while, I had miss after miss after miss. And when you go out expecting mushrooms and you find nothing, you feel like crap.
Yep.
It's like, oh my God, I just wasted 4 hours driving around the forest and I found shit all for it.
Yep.
So I kind of adopt that with mushrooming now. I'm like, I'm just going to go out and have some fun. If I see something, I see something.
Thrifting's
I'm going
the same
to expect
way.
this to be bad, but if I find some good shit, I'll embrace it.
Thrifting is the same way. You have to go in basically being like, I'm not going to find anything, and that's going to be your best day.
Yeah.
Don't take the cart. You know what I mean?
Don't take the cart. Go get it if you need it.
Right.
I haven't gotten 100% from him.
You look like a mess, by the way, right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm him.
Yeah.
I literally wouldn't be able to not say something.
She's got one eye showing
insane.
through. Yeah.
Right?
He's trying to have a conversation with her, and it's like, ah.
How do you get to your wedding and not just ask him, though? I mean, he's a logical guy. Just ask him the question. You'll get... I don't think he would lie. I think you would get the answer that you're looking for.
Nothing ever is going to be perfect. Nothing.
I think that's hard for people to keep in mind that are logical. Mm-hmm. Because that was hard for me. Even, we were together a long time before we got engaged, before we got married. And, the idea that nothing is ever going to be perfect. We're never going to have enough money. We're never going to be in the perfect spot in our careers, the perfect spot in our lives to get married. You just kind of have to take a leap of faith at a certain point.
Yeah.
And that was hard for me.
Yeah.
Even
we're
us
both
being together
that same
for
way.
so long.
Yeah. It's obviously a yes, but
and we were already life partners.
Yeah.
And it was
I think
still
we were calling each
hard.
other partners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monica, that's so beautiful.
Oh. Am I a vision, would you say?
You are such a...
She's so comedic. I love that. I love a comedic Midwesterner brunette.
That.
That.
I kind of hope they get married. I like them together.
I like Monica and Joey.
I just don't... I can't read him at all. This is with Virginia and Devon. I can't really read Virginia. I don't really know what she's going to do.
What's a chair for Jessie?
Who put that there?
Joey did.
Chelsea's their sister.
Oh my God.
I mean, but you gotta let her feel that, because that is so tragic, man.
Oh my God. Oh.
I mean,
holy shit,
everybody's
dude.
gonna deal with that differently.
Oh my God, Joey, come on. Fucking not crying about your sister, Joey. And you're coming in on a skateboard, you idiot. Oh.
He's really into this longboard culture thing, which I don't get.
It's
fine.
So weird.
For me, it's such a West Coast thing, and I know it's not, but he's like punk rock. Yeah, he did a hang loose. Yeah, all right. I get it. The surfer thing is not accidental. I guess the longboard is the surfboard of the Midwest. There aren't a lot of waves. We come from the surfing capital of the Midwest.
Yeah,
actually.
we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No joke. Lake Michigan.
The waves were small.
Well, they
yeah, but...
I've swam in those waves, man.
Yeah, me too. Oh
yeah,
my God, that was my favorite thing.
We could have died.
Probably. That was my favorite thing, though, is I would go out in the waves.
And me and a couple of my friends do it in October when the storms are raging. That's so fucking dangerous.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. In a different world, you and I are both dead.
Yeah. Do you know what's even worse? I didn't even go with friends. I went alone.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
That's terrifying.
Love is caring. If you truly love, you will always be loyal.
Monica looks like she's going to pass out. She's like, shut up, just ask the question.
I know. Yeah, look at her. She's practically hyperventilating. That would be
know.
you.
I know.
That would be you.
I know.
Joey and Monica, I think, are actually the most like us couple I've seen on the show. If I can be frank.
I agree.
Of all seasons.
Yeah, that's probably true. Their relationship's so weird because what I would expect from like a couple about to get married would be like I'm so in love with you and that kind of thing, and they're not giving it to each other. Like, I feel like I hear her when she says she doesn't want to give it to somebody who's not reciprocating it, but like to not be able to get there on your wedding day, I don't know, man.
And it's been a tremendously awesome journey.
I would say him talking about like I'm so glad we went through this experience together just ends up feeling like a no conversation.
I agree.
If they say yes, it'll feel blindsiding to me based on the way the conversations have been going around.
I agree.
And yet I'm here hoping they say yes. And I actually think it's a possibility still because they just communicate different than other couples do on the show.
They do.
Because on the flip side, Sarah and Ben are saying I love you and they broke up.
I know.
So
which
that
is
didn't
weird
mean
to me
anything.
too,
Yeah.
right?
I'm not saying the love wasn't there.
I can't imagine standing up on a stage like this and saying, I'm so in love with you, and then being like, get married? No. Stay together? No. Like, I can't imagine doing that. I could more imagine getting up and not expressing those things publicly and still wanting to get married.
And then still maybe being like, I do love you, but it just can't work. You know, but like the way it went down does feel kind of...
Monica, do you take Joey?
Monica first. I told you, this show is dirty, dude.
This show is dirty. What's she gonna do? I don't know what she's gonna do.
She's getting flush. Look at those arms.
I don't right now.
Oh, shit.
We've grown tremendously together, and that's okay.
I just wonder if it's
Even
more
like the
friends.
hug,
like, I just
you know,
get friends
right?
vibes from them, and like, not like I don't. Friendship is important to a relationship, but also
It needs to be romantic.
yeah,
Otherwise,
in a way, right? Unless you're
unless you're aromantic.
sure.
Yeah, that's true.
In most scenarios,
In most scenarios,
you have like a degree of romance at this point, and it doesn't feel like they have that. It feels like they're good friends.
If Joey had told me with his words, like, it is you, I know it's you, I'm certain, I feel like it could have been a lot different.
Yeah, but she knew he was apprehensive.
And he didn't feel that.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't say it.
That's why she said no.
I love how honest she's being right now. Like, this wasn't the outcome she wanted.
Yeah, she wanted she wanted to hear him say, "You're everything I ever wanted, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you." And he never said it.
What happens when your partner falls? Like, do you pray with me? Because I need somebody who's going to pray with me.
You think they're getting married?
I don't think Devon and Virginia are getting married. I think if they do, like, I think it could work.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're getting married.
Today's my wedding day, and I'm happy that I get to marry the love of my life.
Oh, okay. Well, Devon's saying yes then.
Apparently.
All right. So it's up to Virginia.
So if we're assuming he's saying yes, he'll be yes first, so that she can reject him after he says yes. Right?
She might say yes. He signed the prenup, right?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
like I said to you, like, just her having that drafted to me says she was serious.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have bothered if she knew it was no.
Yeah.
Right?
Or maybe
What?
she understands her platform and she's trying to model good behavior in marriage. So she's trying to model to all the millions of people that are watching this that you should get a prenup. It's totally normal. It's okay. Let's normalize this.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think she's like a prenup advocate. Maybe if she was like a lawyer who only did prenups, I'd be like, okay, yeah. She's selling a brand here.
Yeah, where are all the prenup lawyers getting married? Probably not on a show like this. They would
Probably
never.
not.
They would never, right? Yeah, they'd be like, this is a terrible idea.
I like her.
Oh, his family likes Virginia. Who wouldn't like Virginia?
For now, we'll see what happens.
I don't think they're gonna like hate her just because she said she could say no. What are the odds we get 2 yeses in a row? That feels weird. Normally they
They're gonna
stagger the
stagger 'em.
yeses, right?
Wait, have we gotten a yes? Oh, you mean like the last one is a yes, so the 2 yeses in a row would be abnormal.
Yeah.
So it's no, yes.
I think so.
I finally figure out what the problem was, and I was so happy for you. And then this happened right after.
Oh, so that's pretty shortly, huh? Getting all that shit figured out, and then
I think that might be why he was so emotional while he was talking about it too. Is that it's like a very recent situation for him.
You know how it is. Like
I do.
Like you've been in excruciating pain for 5 years, and you feel better than you have that entire time. You still have your disease and the complications that come with it, but your treatment is allowing you to feel a lot better right now.
Yeah.
And that's like revolutionary.
Or like I've been in the situation he was in where like I was in so much pain and had no idea what was going on.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and you keep getting told like everything, like nothing's happening, like we don't know.
It's in your head.
Right.
You're just a woman. It's not what anybody's actually said, but it's practically what they have.
Someone literally said to me, "Is it your period?"
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
I have Crohn's disease, actually.
Yeah. Waves away woman issues, basically, is what... Was that a woman that said that or
no, it was a man. And
okay,
even if it was my period, don't you think... Is there still something wrong?
Yeah, right?
Right?
Yeah, shouldn't you value the self-reported pain of women?
Yeah.
Yeah. In our society, apparently, the answer is no. I gotta stop getting mad about everything.
I know.
This is just beyond anything that I could have dreamed of. So
we think Virginia's great, but we're absolutely checking out right now because...
Why are you still talking?
We are reporting stream of conscious, okay?
very lucky man.
Super fortunate.
Very, very lucky man.
They keep saying she's a lucky man and she's not beaming. I know that she's low key and she holds cards close, but I feel like her response to all this is no. There's a preponderance of evidence that it's a no, right? You don't often get to say preponderance.
And your entire life, you've always made really good decisions.
She does seem sad, doesn't she?
Virginia
seems sad. This is a no.
And she's too thoughtful. She knew the minute she walked in here, she was saying no. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's got it figured out. Oh, Virginia looks like she's like next to tears in like every scene, honestly.
Oh yeah, she looks miserable.
Ugh.
Miserable. Ugh.
I feel bad for her and I feel bad for Devon.
So happy for you. I've never seen you this happy and excited and...
What?
Does she seem happy and excited? She seems miserable to me.
Is that a line she had to deliver? Because this is like a funeral, dude.
I'm so happy for you and I hope everything works out. She says yeah.
Oh man, this is so uncomfortable. Oh, I feel bad, dude. I hate watching an hour and 44 minutes of just feeling like shit.
I just feel like if you're at the altar, you should know, like, there's a respect involved in knowing what the person is going to say. Like, they have private time. Like, have the private conversation so that they know what to expect when they're up there and it's not a blindside.
And we've seen couples do it.
This season doesn't feel like anybody is doing that.
Have they kiboshed that in the contracts? Are they mad about it? Do they want more blindsides? Like,
I don't
why
know.
does it feel so fundamentally
right.
different than the way the seasons have been trending in the past?
You're right, because they could make them sign a contract that made them agree that they weren't going to tell the person what they were going to do, or they weren't going to like confer about it ahead of time.
You even said, are they not allowed to tell their parents? Are they not allowed to tell anybody what decision they're going to make?
Because it feels like that to me.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, she looks miserable. Wow. Oh, brutal.
I don't even know if I can watch.
This is horrifying. I feel like he knows. You don't want someone sobbing sadly on their way up to an altar with you standing at it.
It was amazing getting to know your heart.
Was amazing. Was amazing. Oh no.
Was.
Oh no, Virginia. Oh no.
Oh my god.
I just have so much respect for you as a person.
Past tense. Oh, so much past tense.
So much past tense.
So.
I feel bad for her.
I think she's going to say yes.
Oh my god. I feel really bad for her. Like I do. I feel really bad for her. You could tell that she doesn't want to be some part of this is not sitting well with her.
Yeah.
Devon, do you take Virginia?
Oh god.
Oh god, I told you, dude. He should read the situation and say like,
not right now.
Yeah. Go with the not right now, bro. They're going with the most sadistic options they can every time, dude.
I don't know. Like, part of me is like, I just have so much trouble reading Virginia. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't think I am today.
I do.
I mean...
Oh, I'm glad that he went with his heart, though.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that. Because you're not getting married if you don't say I do.
Yeah.
And there's 0% chance if you say no.
I like how open his heart was in this because it's something that came between Monica and Joey.
Yeah.
The fact that they both weren't being honest about their feelings and they didn't know where the other person stood. And Devon is like, heart on my sleeve, yes.
Yeah, he's like, I might get shattered here, but I'm going to live my truth. I really respect that.
I love you so much.
Oh, that's not good.
But I'm just
Oh, God.
so sorry.
Oh, dude. The
This is
show
really
is
sad,
just
dude.
mean, dude.
The show is mean.
Holy shit. You can tell he was just not expecting that at all.
I'm sure there was a fear seeing her reaction, but he was hoping. He was just hoping that... It's a lot different thinking something, too, or suspecting it, and then, like, hearing it.
He was, like, all in.
Oh, man. I feel really bad for him.
Oh, my God.
No hate on Virginia. It's just sad.
I feel like they have to have signed NDAs or something because
Even between each other?
She seemed like sick about it. She doesn't seem like the kind of person that would like
cruelly hurt somebody like
yeah,
that?
like accord not tell somebody. Like I have to believe there's something in the show this season.
She's such a straight shooter. Like for her to not like prepare him at all,
and she
feels like uncharacteristic.
She seemed ill about it.
Yeah, like
you know?
like that the kind of thing when you're like, okay, this company will literally sue me, or like I've signed a contract where I owe them if I release this information to the person I'm about to destroy. It does feel that to me. Allegedly.
I just don't understand these girls. I don't get it. I don't either. I don't get it. It doesn't deserve it. It doesn't deserve it.
I agree. Devon didn't deserve that. I also don't think that Virginia did anything wrong. This is a perfect example of how the system is manipulating people into hurting each other.
I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
Just sucks, dude.
Yeah, that's awful.
He had to get his heart broken in front of all of his friends and family.
He's basically just speechless too. He just like
he doesn't know what to say because he wasn't
say?
expecting. He thought they were gonna get married.
There was just certain things he just didn't want me to push on. So there was just like depths of our relationship that we didn't get to.
Yeah, there just wasn't enough time. Right.
And you know you're being filmed constantly and observed, so you can't even hash. Like if that's back to what I was saying. Structural issues potentially fucked them in this couple.
He just asked me if I like voted with my faith in mind, and that was off-putting.
That's exactly what we said. I figured they were gonna not get married too because the spoiler that I read was that somebody was big surprised that the two people that said that they were sort of politically agnostic got dumped at the altar. That's the and so I was like, Ben's done. And then I forgot, I was not searching my mind, but as soon as we got closer, I was like, Devon's done. He's DOA. All right, let's do this last wedding.
I mean, the hardest part's over.
Somewhat are you not?
You're fine, Taylor.
They're getting
Whatever.
married. No question.
Whatever.
No question in my mind.
Fast forward.
Yeah. Married.
Married. Done. Thank you for coming.
I'm kind of surprised only one couple got married. I am and I'm not.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of both. Because they really did end up liking everyone at the end. And I understand all the reasons why the couples that didn't get married, but...
How was the intimacy?
Oh, you're that guy.
Oh, you're that guy.
Dave.
We weren't honestly necessarily being like, we are waiting until marriage.
They don't know each other. Like, it's hard to develop intimacy when there are cameras following you around everywhere. And you have like a few weeks to get to know your partner before you get married.
I did like him calling out his friend saying, "Oh, you're that guy." That was good.
That was good.
I was like, because there's so much like dude culture around like, yeah, how was she in bed, like that kind of crap, like which I don't participate in, but respect on Daniel. Respect on Daniel being like, you're not gonna get me to talk about
that
shit
little
right
call out was nice.
That was good. Daniel shows up, dude.
Because maybe next time that guy will think twice about like asking that kind of a question. Because it's really inappropriate, none of his business. So not to like harp on his friend too much either. Because it's like, it's fine. He asked an awkward question.
He
like,
handled
no big
it
deal,
well.
but...
They laughed a little bit.
Yeah.
He deflated the situation, but he also did a call out. That was actually really well handled as a call out, I thought.
Loved it. I like Daniel a lot. I have no complaints about Daniel.
Not having you on this day was a very real thought that I had to sit with. But you're both here today.
Oh my God. The amount of crying I've done this episode is like too much.
I've actually got more teary-eyed in this episode than I think any others, honestly.
I told myself I'm not gonna cry.
He's going with the classic Bond look.
He's kind of a classic dude.
Yeah.
You know? So it makes sense that his suit and everything is and her dress is very classic. It fits both of their personalities really well.
The music is classic.
Yep.
That was a classical music joke.
Oh, it's also classic wedding music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Daniel.
It's your fiance, Daniel.
It's your fiance, Daniel? Like, is...
They're cute.
That is cute. I think it's goofy. I like it. It's just kind of a weird way to start a...
I fell in love with you because... This isn't even on here. I just feel this.
This is very endearing. He seems like giddy, right? He does. I'll keep reading this. He is killing this. This is like really... Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
She's great. This relationship is great. I'm glad this show exists so that they could find each other.
Yeah, I'm glad all the other couples got abused so that they can be happy. That is a complicated thing because we have some long-standing married couples from the show, and we have a lot of failed relationships.
It's a risk, man.
A lot of harm.
At this point, at least the people going into it know it's a risk.
You don't go on Love Is Blind at this point without knowing that you're gonna get jerked around and edited bad. And
right. There's a chance you might fall into a ditch.
Yeah.
After your running away from your failed wedding.
They're going to give you a bunch of alcohol, film your worst moments. They might set you up with somebody who's really harmful and really toxic in your life.
The internet might hate you.
The internet might hate you.
Or you can find the love of your life.
Or you can find the love of your life.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Very
Slim
small
chance.
Very small chance.
My soul has known your soul for a lifetime.
I think they might say no.
God damn it. That was so sweet.
Yeah, their speeches are both really, really sweet to each other.
They do seem like they've known each other. They seem like they went to elementary school with each other.
Yeah.
And like, this is the, ultimate result of like them knowing each other and dating forever.
Now is the time to decide if love is blind.
Sometimes you just really connect with somebody and it feels different.
Yeah.
That was like me and you.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't date a lot before, but...
No.
Like, you're it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you're the only person I could be with,
Sure. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
There's just, like, there's something incredibly special about our connection that...
I do.
Of course she does. Oh, his dad was worried, I think.
Yeah.
So his dad is like, okay.
Daniel, do you take Taylor to be your wife?
To add to your Christmas cards.
Yeah, to your Christmas cards.
Absolutely, I do.
Oh my god. Never saw it coming. Good for them.
Kiss her on the mouth, his friend.
Kiss her on the mouth. Is that the same?
Kiss her on the mouth.
Is that the same one that's asking about that? Okay.
No, it was a different one.
Okay, all right.
Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Hastings.
Oh, it's cute. Good job.
Happy for them.
So happy for them.
They seem like a good couple. They seem loving towards each other. They seem like compassionate towards each other. From fucking like might be stalking her to like the only married couple on the season and absolutely rooting for them is a real turnaround.
It is. I never felt like he was a stalker.
Yeah.
To be clear, like I was really not on that narrative.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were, and if you'd ever had that in your past, it probably would be
triggering.
Yeah, like scary, but he never gave me stalker vibes.
Luckiest guy in the world.
It's a great day.
I've so many times I've loved the way that they've expressed emotions to each other and the way they've handled things. I just super pro that.
Super pro.
Yeah. Super pro.
I'm a true believer that love is blind. And that's a lot to say after someone who just got walked off on the altar.
There's like I'm conflicted because there's the fake thing, but I'm like, what if he is just kind of like he's like a Disney prince, just like, hey, everything's always great, like take the punches, like.
I just end up feeling like I never saw the real him, and then that like I just want to, even if it's bad, I just want to like see like who he actually is. It's really hard, like even his lack of emotion after.
Yeah, is that like him just never really caring enough?
I don't know. It's confusing to me.
Everybody deals with grief differently.
Yeah.
Obviously, like when somebody's like sobbing after a traumatic situation, like Devon had it hard, and you can tell he had it hard.
Yeah.
You can see how he feels. We don't question it as much as we do with Ben. And that's it for the almost 2-hour-long wedding episode. My back hurts. That was emotional, and I didn't enjoy a lot of it.
I needed that.
I felt bad for people left and right.
It was hard.
Yeah. I'm happy for Taylor and Daniel.
So happy for them. Good job, guys.
And the breakups, although there were blindsides, and we suspect that there could be some, what I would consider foul play behind the scenes around that, I do like the way everybody handled it still.
Yeah.
Devon's like, I am devastated. I can't see my life without her, but I still love her.
He wasn't mad at her.
He wasn't mad at her.
Which
And
also tells
indicates,
me that
right?
he knows that she couldn't have said something. Because do you remember?
Yes.
There was one season... It was Nancy and Bartise. And Nancy said yes, and everyone expected Bartise to say yes, and he said no. And then Nancy's family like confronted him and was like, "What is wrong with you? Right? Yeah. Why would you blindside her?" Nobody did that this time around, which also tells me that it is like they were very clear with contestants about what it was. And what it was is you don't talk about it before you get to the altar.
Because we're sick of people not being blindsided at the altar. We're going to put it into your contract. I can almost guarantee it.
Well, because early on in the show, that was part of what made this.
That's the brand.
Right. But, it's weird because Netflix, this was not a great season of Love is Blind, so that was not the missing piece, clearly.
I've heard a lot of people say this is the worst season.
It's bad.
I've heard a couple people say they like this season more than almost any of the others. Not as often, I think, as we hate this season. So that's probably the prevailing opinion that I've been hearing. But I think there were redeeming elements. Like we were getting kind of roped in by some of the relationships. Like there were obviously problems, but it was like, I appreciate the people by the end of the show. Whereas often I really hate a lot more of them.
I feel the same way.
That's a success in my mind.
I agree with that. I like a lot of the people, and
even the ones I don't agree with.
Yeah, even the people I don't agree with, or I didn't feel like they handled, like nobody's going to handle anything perfectly, and I think I had a problem with just about every person in terms of they're going through too many situations that they're showing us for me to be 100% about literally everyone. That doesn't happen. That's not real life. But yeah, I did. I liked everyone. I just felt like this season was boring, and
it was.
I felt like
way too long.
Drama was like, it keeps feeling more and more forced. Like Seattle was a good season because
you always
the drama.
Talk about Seattle.
Seattle was such a good season.
And you've got this Pacific Northwest Pride shit going on at this point too.
Oh well, no, like Chicago was a great season too.
That's true. Chicago was
both
good.
Great seasons because there was drama that wasn't forced. Like it just happened that people were messy on both those seasons.
Absolutely.
And the situations were messy, and it made for really good TV. This season didn't have any of that.
Shayna.
Oh, Shayna. Whoa.
Yeah, I agree. Editing was terrible, honestly. I thought, and I'm not saying the editors are bad at their job. I'm saying that whoever made the decision to stretch the shit out this far is a bad decision. And that is an editing decision that I hated.
I think that was the fuck you to the fans who kept saying that there wasn't enough.
You think so?
I do.
Do you think they'll say something on the reunion?
I don't know.
There's a lot of content out there.
Yeah,
some people don't like it. Yeah, I know, right?
We gave it to you. Like, we didn't ask for this, okay? It was it was a drastic overcorrection.
Yeah.
And honestly, we need to meet somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle.
Please.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want a 2-hour wedding episode. There was too much. There wasn't enough drama. That's the other thing. Do you remember even, like, I forget what season they were on, but, like, Clay and AD, like, they spent a lot of time on their wedding episode because you didn't know what direction things were going to go. There was, like, drama kind of built in. It wasn't like that. It felt like everybody had respect for their partners. Yep. It felt like the people that were saying no felt bad, like didn't want to be saying no.
Yeah.
Like didn't want to be like hurting the other people.
It felt like 15 minutes of watching Virginia cry because you knew she was going to break up with Devon.
Oh, man.
It sucked. That's not enjoyable.
It sucked.
That sucks.
It sucked, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I could stand, they could calm down a little bit next season.
Absolutely.
As far as I'm concerned.
Can we do like a 11 episode? Like 12? I don't know. Maybe it's just like the balance in some things. Something about in the 2-hour long final is just seems like wacky decisions.
11 and a reunion I think is fine unless you have a season that warrants more.
Yeah.
Like to me, if you're gonna do a 13 plus a reunion, you need the content for that, and they
Maybe
didn't have the content for that.
If it were more enjoyable to watch, I wouldn't be complaining about 13 episodes.
Right.
That's a good point. I probably would feel more comfortable with it. Yeah.
Also, the reunion better be good. Just saying.
We'll
I don't know. I don't even know if it will be though, because I'm not sure that we got a lot. We got
some shit. We got some shit. It's never gonna be perfect, but
Man, Chicago was a good season though, huh?
All right.
If you're gonna get a season that's as close to perfect as humanly possible, I think Chicago actually might be it. Seattle was good, but Chicago was better.
Yeah, that was the hate. That was season 2, right?
Was it season 2?
It's 2 or 3.
Oh, it was good, man. Holy crap.
We, speaking of seasons, we've heard that there is a after the altar for Love is Blind Sverige, Sweden, for you non-Swedish speakers, although I'm not a Swedish speaker, I just learned to say the word, how they say it. But we did watch it, we just didn't watch it on our channel. We watched that season before our channel. We might check that out, and we might get prepared for Sverige season 2. I say this apprehensively just because people keep on asking for, like, the boyfriend.
The Boyfriend.
Or is
That's
that-
right. The Boyfriend.
Yeah,
the Japanese
it's like the Japanese,
show.
the Japanese gay dating show
So
too,
cool.
which is an
Sounds
interesting
good.
perspective that I've never had.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to get to Japan, honestly, or just like East Asia, because we haven't covered a lot of content like that on our channel, but we do watch shows in that area.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just like, how do we balance all this stuff in my head? I'm just saying that we know Sphere is out there and we might check it out, and you should if you haven't yet.
Also, Temptation Island is turning up, which we will be watching, and I'm afraid of.
And very real talk, we are struggling probably a little bit more with the timing of some of our videos and the idea of like taking on too much, because it is getting into gardening season, and gardening season this year is going to be extra important for us. So we're spending a lot of time preparing our yard and our lives for that, and it's something that we need to prioritize to a certain extent. So we'll try and get out as much content as we can. We're hearing what y'all are asking for, and we will try to make as many people happy as we can. Leave a like and comment if you'd like to chat with us and the rest of the community down below. And as always, subscribe if you want to see more of our stuff. And thank you all for being here with us.
We'll see you in just a couple days for the reunion.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Then I got it knocked, and I started going,
ridiculous.
Oh, that was a tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.